Water is life, yet the increasing privatization of this vital resource threatens communities, ecosystems, and equity nationwide. Let's explore the perils of privatizing public water, from Michigan's groundwater battles with Nestlé and BlueTriton Brands to California's corporate controlled water systems and Hawaii's catastrophic mismanagement consequences. Let's begin with Michigan. With its vast freshwater resources, Michigan has become the focal point in the debate over water privatization. Nestle's groundwater extraction operations, now managed by BlueTriton Brands, have drawn widespread criticism. These companies withdraw millions of gallons daily for just $200 annually per extraction site, reducing stream flows and depleting wetlands. While public outcry and legal challenges have slowed some of the operations, the companies continue to extract significant volumes. In 2021, BlueTriton reduced its withdrawals to 288 gallons per minute, skirting state permitting requirements. This issue contrasts sharply with the Flint and Benton Harbor water crises, where residents still struggle to access clean, affordable water. Michigan's experience highlights the dangers of prioritizing corporate interests over sustainable resource management. Now let's shift to California, where privatization has deepened inequities during one of the state's worst droughts. At the center of the controversy is the Kern Water Bank, a once public groundwater reservoir, now controlled by the Wonderful Company, owned by billionaires Stuart and Linda Resnick. Their water-intensive almond orchards thrive, while small-scale farmers and underserved communities face rising costs and restricted access. California's privatized water systems illustrate a stark imbalance. Corporate entities maintain consistent supplies, while public users bear the brunt of shortages. This system amplifies inequities and raises urgent questions about the sustainability of privatized water management as climate change worsens drought conditions. In Hawaii, water privatization has had devastating consequences. During the 2023 wildfires in Maui, delays in releasing water for firefighting efforts were linked to bureaucratic and privatization-driven hurdles, exacerbating the disaster. Decades of resource diversion for tourism and private agriculture have strained water availability, leaving ecosystems and communities vulnerable. The tragedy in Maui underscores the risks of prioritizing private interests over public safety. As climate-driven disasters intensify, Hawaii's experience is a dire warning about the human and environmental costs of mismanaged water resources. Across the country, water privatization reveals a consistent pattern of harm. From Michigan's depleted aquifers to California's drought-stricken farms, plus LA, which is now burned to the ground, and Maui's fire-scorched landscapes, privatized water systems have led to environmental degradation, economic inequality, and public disenfranchisement. Corporations prioritize profits, leaving taxpayers and communities to bear the costs of infrastructure upgrades and resource shortages. The stakes are clear. These crises will escalate without stronger regulations and a commitment to water as a public trust. Equitable management is essential to safeguarding this critical resource. Water must remain a public resource in order to prevent further harm. Policymakers must enact laws banning privatization, strengthening local governance, and recognize water as a fundamental human right. Conservation practices and sustainable management are key to protecting supplies and ensuring fairness. The stories from Michigan, California, and Hawaii are stark warnings. Water is not a commodity to be traded, but a shared resource essential for life. And we must act now to safeguard it for future generations.